Good evening, everyone. This stream is now in session. Obi-Wan 362 Gamer Law presiding. And welcome to Frostpunk 2. Cole Boogaloo? Yes? I don't know. I've wanted to play this game for quite some time. And just haven't been able to. Yeah, I was waiting for my finances to line up with time to play it. To line up with the only time I really feel like I love the original Frostpunk. The only time I really feel like playing it is when it's freezing outside. I needed all these things to align, and I finally did. I was like, you know what? That's nice. So it seemed fine. Anyway, this story. Welcome to Frostpunk 2. Frostpunk 2 is a challenging game in which planning ahead is crucial and failure is a natural part of the experience. If you're a veteran of the original Frostpunk or enjoy a challenge, you may try your luck with the officer or higher difficulty. Otherwise, might we suggest you start a citizen and take it one step at a time. Remember, it's not about how many times we fall, but how many times we get up. Nope. Prologue of the Wanderers. Came upon the old machine as they always do. When the whiteout hits, they survive. What did it say? Man, that's fun. I like that. Turn those on because like I played the original, but I don't know what's gonna be different. The Legacy of New London. Wanderers. Machine. Okay, weird. Let's see it. In 1887, the world froze to death. Civilization crumbled. The failing British Empire built generators to support cities of evacuees. Cities that would become the last on Earth.
Stewart.
I need to read fast.
Can you hear us? Captain!
Do you hear us?
Yeah.
A generation ago, we fled the crumbling British Empire as the world froze around us. I held New London together. United, we survived 30 years of whiteouts. But the world around us is dead. Empty.
Right for taking. The city grows.
Festus.
Merely surviving is not enough. We have to expand. After all, it's us who survived the end of the world.
No.
Yes. Now what?
We barely survived. So now we should conquer. We've been roaming the frozen desert for years. Many of us do not remember a world before the Great Frost. Now another whiteout is coming. Again, we've reached the old machine. Again, we rely on its furnace to provide heat through the storm. In the past, we always made sure there were enough supplies for the next whiteout. Our numbers have grown through the years. Fighting for everyone is getting harder and harder. We're the first to arrive. More will be joining. We'll weather the storm as well. Alright. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Welcome to the prologue. It will teach you the basics you'll need for what lies ahead. The old dreadnought remains in pieces under layers of snow. The scattered wagons still have resources inside. First, we must break the ice to reach one of the oil wagons and construct an extraction district to use it. Then we can turn on Dreadnought's furnace to heat us, and those who will inevitably join later. Frost break and oil lag. Oh, here we go. For construction, we need to break the ice and prepare the ground. It's like tiles until you reach oil and then confirm. Okay. Extraction district on the oil wagon. Who are the people? Fascinating. Like the extraction district from the toolbar. Press resources tile and continues tiles until. Okay. Minus 20. That's not that far off from what it really is right now. Hold left. Hold. Interesting, that also pauses. Okay, so far, same premise, but remarkably different. You can see the little progress. Okay, so there's a construction wagon that we can also be breaking into. Output and demand. City's economy is based on the output and demand of various resources. Output is the total amount of resources produced by districts and buildings. For example, food output can be increased by building a food district. Our work district also increases demand for resources needed to sustain its operation. In case of food district, heat and materials. Output equals demand. You see a golden icon for the given resource at the top bar. Output is higher than demand. You'll see a positive number next to the icon. When demand is increased by the needs of your people, demand is increased by the needs of your people who require food and shelter to survive. When output is lower than demand, you will see a negative number next to the resource on the top bar, indicating how much more output is needed to meet the demand. Districts and buildings mostly increase heat and material demands. Mouse, Q&E. Okay, general controls. I'm not gonna remember any of that. Output and demand. We just did that. Resource deposits. Resources gathered throughout the nearby area and tiles containing these resource deposits. With the deposits, you can construct appropriate district on a resource deposit tile. Resources require different types of districts. Okay, makes sense. In most cases, you need to frost break the tile with the resource deposit or construct it. More resource deposit tiles within district range, the larger the deposit district can exploit. Which produces something from the deposit, such as resources from extraction or food districts. Equivalent amount is subtracted from the deposit. Discovering more resource deposits will last longer. However, the higher the district output, the faster the deposit will be obtained. Sure, keeping in mind that having resource deposits in a district won't increase the output, only increase the total amount of resources available for extraction. Output depends on several factors. For example, if the district doesn't have a full 100% workforce, output will be lower. Clearing and activating the emergency shifts ability will boost. Makes sense. Frost breaking, I guess, is breaking the frost. Build districts in a limited area. Wider terrain. We're in frozen stiff ground. Okay. Yep. Next, look one of the available tiles, which are highlighted in white. Look on the edge of the buildable area. Understood. Reveal districts and resource deposits covered by frozen ground. You need to frost break these tiles first. Frost breaking is a calculated cost is calculated per tile. And you can select obtain tiles. Okay. District seems like we've basically gotten that from the other thing. Is Dreadnought's furnace. Furnace uses fuel. Needs how much would be needed to raise all districts in the city to low voltage control. Furnace overdrive. Oh. Sorry. As the thick black liquid oozes through the pipes, our people rejoice. The carcass of this old machine is a testament to the hardships that made us. More importantly, it's our haven in the storm. It has allowed us to weather many whiteouts, and it will do so again. We have oil. We can turn on the furnace. Select the Dreadnought Rec to access the furnace control. Once turned on, the Dreadnought's furnace will automatically convert oil into heat. Furnace is on. We have enough oil to cover current needs. Colds will still affect our people. They have proper shelter. Housing will best protect us from the cold. Built in close proximity to the furnace. However, we need prefabricated parts for construction. We brought some with us. First, we need to extract from wagon rails. Okay, let's. People need shelter from the cold, and walls and roofs will be of little help and temperatures remain frigid within them. Why won't you scroll? Because when you construct districts, area effects may give them additional positive or negative effects. Area effects caused by environmental circumstances. Every tile with an area effect that is located within district line effect. Disable the beneficial place housing districts near an active generator to benefit from the increased district temperature levels. Okay. You're able to generate heat and all. When you're unable to generate enough heat, that's part. Adequately heated and cold will increase. There's a drop. Districts will require more heat. Temperatures level goes up. Raise district temperature levels by placing them near the heat sources like active generators or heating hubs. Research laws and certain boat can help boost them. Any type of structure requires prefabs. They're prefabricated building components assembled from the construction site into buildings, hubs, and whole districts. And prefabs from ruins or other abandoned deposits like maintenance wagons. Okay. Prefab is build anything, try demolishing one of your existing districts. Buildings to get all prefabs used for their construction. Oh, that's handy. How many? Okay. Also frost break. This area? Said I needed to frost break this one. Yes. No, we're doing pretty great here. should work wonderfully. Full tank. Oh! And the extraction districts have to be three hexes. I do wish it would tell me how. It would let me see how long it would take. I feel like it doesn't let me see how long it's taking. It just lets me see that it's oil wagon. Soil. You have soil. Disease notable. Needs shelter scarcity general. Look, all right. Food scarcity. Get it. All right, we're working on it. Sleep problems. Cold. What does measure how well your city is heated and how protected your people are from the frost? Make sure the shelter is provided and all districts are properly heated. Not satisfying those needs mainly increases cold. High cold increases disease, decreases population growth, and causes recurring events of citizens freezing to death. Last one sounds bad. Ready for temperature changes? Keep an eye on the weather timeline. Look at the top right of your screen. Our icons represent temperature changes. When the temperature drops, your districts get colder too, requiring more heat to make them livable. Temperature rises, your districts get warmer too, requiring less heat to make them livable. Sure you have enough fuel stockpile to be ready for temperature changes. You may construct fuel stockpile hubs to expand stockpile capacity, coal or oil. Otherwise, the cold may increase disease and eventually lead to deaths among your citizens. As temperature changes, be aware of whiteouts. Those are weather anomalies that introduce severe and pushing conditions, presented by wind icons on the timeline. Looks like a storm icon, not a wind icon. They're complete. Shelter survive, not provided. Cold will aggressively rise in the city. Shelter is mainly provided by housing districts. Keep them to at least livable temperature levels. Oh, keeping them at least livable temperature levels prevents the residents from freezing to death. Requires heat. Temperature level in the district is chilly or worse, cold will rise at a lower rate compared to lack of shelter. Researching certain ideas or building housing districts in the right place increase their temperatures. And as people gather around your generator, you can check their number in the main district panel or on the shelter tip bar. Most people are more affected by cold weather, which makes them extremely more likely to get sick. How's your citizens, people? Secured heat and shelter for the time being. Need more than the others arrive, but for now we must turn our attention to the incoming whiteout. First, we must frostbreak to the small patches of fertile soil suitable for growing food, and we must store it in easily accessible depots. Please don't stop. Okay. Are we? How are we getting there? Okay. Cross breaking. Neat. District is complaining. Extraction district is livable. That extraction district is chilly. Okay. And the housing district is quite livable. Huh. Alright, we need a food district. Possible frost break my way. Ooh. Carry on. Just don't have the manpower, apparently. Honors community. This is neutral. Overall trust. Accepted. Okay. Surplus of housing. Great. Serious symbol. One of our frost-breaking crew uncovered the frozen remains of a man in a tattered uniform. His shoulder pouch reads, New London Scouts, 3rd Platoon. He bears an obscure insignia. Some of our elders claim it belongs to a military organization, while others argue it has religious significance. Have you heard of this New London before and can settle the debate? New London City just when the follows strong leadership. Militant squads give peace. Continuity in which New London has embraced order to survive. I feel like I normally went with order. Food. Food. Seal colony. That's a lot of food. Oh, how are those seals surviving? Secure our immediate survival. Now we must stockpile as much food as we can before the whiteout forces us to take shelter. To do that, produce more food than our current demand. A second group of wanderers spotted just over the horizon. We must act. The group of wanderers has arrived as expected, but they bring with them foul portents. Frost speaks with a clear voice. The signs are there, one elder urges. The whiteout follows fast on our heels. We have little time left. We must gather enough food for everyone. We must survive. Supply enough food to survive the whiteout in 74 weeks. Provide enough heat and shelter for incoming wanderers. Sweet. Housing district. Don't care for that being how that had. Uh, and we also cross break. Working towards the food. Okay. Let's get. Oop. Wow, because 20 per week. Build. You destroy. Now I can. Now we can. Unresolved problems in a city can make it part of its workforce absent. Those workers are temporarily excluded from your workforce. There are two main types of absences. Sick. The number of sick workers increases proportionally to how high disease currently is and the level of heating in the district they work. You will rejoin the available workforce upon decreasing disease in the city or being cured in hospitals. Injured. Injured will rejoin the available workforce over time, knowing hospitals are using abilities to triage. Accelerates this process. You may encounter other types of absences in the city due to various events and decisions you make. To review the overall number of absences in the city, the workforce tooltip, or the HUD. For some of the workers who given district become sick, you'll be notified by a corresponding district notification. This notification will appear when they get injured. Be notified in the same way if any of your workers die. Reviews recent events in the district, in each district panel. No. Another final easier to trap the wall. Nice. Well. Our way out there. Livable. What's the problem? This one is chilly. Let's make everybody. Shall we? Now we're stockpiling. Now we're cooking with gas. We're still short on homes. Get even colder. Use my materials. Oh, no, I understand. Okay. Put in Kel for 2. Pouring soil in his hands. Been here so many times. Soil is depleting. Each year there's more of us and less of the earth. We're running out of fertile soil. One day there'll be nothing to grow food on. We'll not be able to make it through without sacrifice. I could do with less. It means more of us make it through alive. We may not be able to fill food stockpiles without exceptional measures. Consider asking the Wanderers to tighten belts or instill emergency shifts in food districts. Get access to new interactions. District abilities and community actions can help you deal with your problems. Deal with problems in your city. The district ability, select a work district, use double shift, making people work overtime and supply more resources. Use community actions like the Wanderer's Portrait and Tighten Belts action, will reduce the daily allotment of food. Right. don't know if I need either. Right now we're stockpiling just fine. I'm curious. Squalor. Squalor has. We can workforce absentees. Harsh conditions in camp take the toll on our people. Some are no longer able to work due to illness or injury. It means our workforce will dwindle, endangering our ability to sustain the camp. Will remain above cold to keep people in good health. District's temperature level falls below level. Problems arise. Severity of issues depend on how far below levels drop. Level open up the district panel and slider down. So that was a problem, and then I upped it, so it's livable now without a place to. New possible district temperature level increases. Okay. Let's get. Now we're stockpiling materials. Yes. This part made sense. And I already understand it. I think. Overlays. Cool. Strict abilities. Kind of touched on. Workers in Millwall work double shifts. I get it, you're not happy about it, but we're gonna have to. What? For one of those who have recently passed, as is our custom, we take them to the oil pits and lower their bodies into thick blackness. The fuel that keeps us warm in life likewise preserves us in death. Death also erodes trust in our leaders. Without trust, there is no future. You hear that? No recent events. All right. Also says no recent events. You're supposed to pause it nearly completed. Yep. Okay, we're gonna have to find more. Prefabs. Materials. Food. I don't see any more prefab anywhere. Oh, there they are. Seven people injured or sick. Stockpiles up. Once we stockpiling that. $10,000 will be filled in 34 weeks, but we need 40,000 to throw the white out. Jack Leghorn, seamstress looking at her grandchildren playing. My knees ache. My fingers are so stiff I can't hold the needle anymore. Lived a full life. It warms my heart to see little ailing and Cillian play by the evening fire. Maybe this is it. I've talked with the other elders. If it comes to it, we will go. I won't let my grandchildren starve. Some people are ready to sacrifice themselves to lower the food required. Get. What is it? Communities. People of your city form communities, groups of people united by common outlook and background. You can view any of your communities by selecting their image at the bottom of the screen. Each community description is a list of actions that form the community. Actions can improve your city's situation, but they can also change your relations with that community for better or for worse. Community name, you find information regarding your relations with those chosen community. Relations with each community will impact their overall trust. Trust is also located at the bottom of the screen. People, conference, people having you as a leader in your decision making. Mainly consists of your relations with other communities. However, your decisions and actions can also influence your overall trust. Or emergency shifts or taking scraps from wanderers will lower trust. Be improved by returning scraps action. Selecting the wanderer's image at the bottom of the screen and choose one of those actions. It shows confidence people have in you as the leader and your decision making. It consists of your relations. This is there twice. Feared, respected, accepted, tolerated, despised. This runs out and you become despised. Populace will oppose you to be your end. That's fair. I am tolerated. There we go. Trying to get the food district. We can get that. Then we'll really be cooking with gas, and we can finally hopefully get enough food in fast. You deconstruct the district built to deposit to recycle valuable prefabs and materials. You know, it's like the deconstruction button. Goes time out. I'm like, we need to mine it out. We need to get what we put out of it. once it's demolished, we should have some actually be stockpiling some oil. Except we're gonna be spending it over here. But now we can actually it's better than run off seal forever. I find it ironic that the two places harvesting fuel, or excuse me, one of the places harvesting fuel, get the fuel up and running. Unallocated. Okay. So what you really mean is that we need, with the 160 that we're getting, we can make 320, which is not as much as what people. Okay. Don't agree with how you're phrasing that. So we need. Stores are almost full of food, but we still need more for the whiteout. Secure hubs that can house our rations during the months of the whiteout. Chill. 39 weeks. Stockpiling. Some resources, like materials, food, or different types of fuels, can be stockpiled. So he runs surplus of a resource, meaning the output is bigger than the demand. The surplus goes into a stockpile. The stockpile will slowly fill up every day as long as there is storage capacity left to store them. Stockpiles will be consumed whenever the demand is higher than the output. For resource, stockpiling is limited by your storage capacity. You can see each resource's stockpile capacity when selecting it in the extended city view. Under that mode, press X on a controller. In the storage capacity by putting stockpile hubs. Run types stockpile hubs for resources in the prologue, only the foot stockpile is Does increase stockpile capacity. Stockpile hubs provide positive area effects. Approximated districts that produces or requires the same resource as stockpile hubs. Oh, well, that would have been cool to know when I built it. By given hub description panel. So then workforce demand. Oh, well, that's super handy. All right. That was one that just deployment. Okay. Selecting a percentage value, you can scale all operations in districts. Increase the required workforce and resources require, it would also result in lower output. Okay. So, like, I think we got plenty of prefab happening. Lower that increase the workforce assistance. I didn't do that much lower, did I? We gotta get. Far less than that. Fuel and can. I read this and have done it now, so. Draws near. The only camp are getting tense. It where we won't gather enough food in time. Hunters propose to slaughter the remaining seals, including pups and females. This will allow us to gather much more food, but will wipe out the last colony of these creatures on Earth. Many elders have volunteered to walk into the Frostland rather than be a burden on the resources. Sacrifice would significantly reduce the rations we need for the whiteout, which we do. Well, let's say that. I'm despised. That's not. We'll do that. Relations skeptical. Look, alright, I don't care for it either, but you know what, God. Hey, if more people died, we should need less food. I'm just saying. Ooh. I'm scared to push any more of them. But there's no longer trust your leadership. Only be pushed so far before the community breaks down. If you don't address us, even under danger of the whiteout, you will be exiled. The rules of the Wanderers are as harsh as the Frostland itself. 15 weeks to increase trust accepted. Mistrust to keep by keeping promises, turning scraps, and canceling extended shifts. Problem is, I need more workforce. If I do that. Need the fuel. Two, three. I might. It's not great. Stockpiles ready in 16 weeks. Cool. We have less time. We will be just shy of making. I gotta find. Weeks. Deposit depleted. Great. Glad. Happy for it. Actually, would be super helpful. Need 200 workers. Prefabs. Prefabs is fine. Workforce is fine. Not enough prefabricated components making further construction impossible. Not my concern right now. We have enough to do what we're here to do. Like at the current rate, we barely make it. I don't know if we make it or not. It's gonna be tight. I get it. You guys aren't happy. 15 weeks? Cool. So tight. I just didn't expand fast enough. Whiteout arrives in less than a week, and we need 2 days. How many days do we have before the whiteout? We were short by 47. When the whiteout hit the camp, the wanderers were almost ready. We were hungry in the last days before the howling wind subsided. We could see the bones through our skin. The miracle of the seal colony strengthened our hope that our journey was not over, but would one day lead to a promised land. Our elders have added this story to our great tales, alongside warnings about a sinful city that still pumps smoke into the skin. Huh, we survived the end of the world. That said, we were still short. Now, okay, yeah, I needed to prioritize expanding out faster so we can bring in the resources necessary. Quicker, stock. It's button 2. There. The old captain is dead. New London is born. Food is low on the population looms. Coal is running. People yearn for a future worth dreaming of. It's the same future. Keep the city together. We'll hold its hand. Scraping the barrel. Alright. Captain's dead. The weakened, growing divisions brought the city's maintenance to a grinding halt. Now New London is left to suffer the consequences. As steward, it is your charge to lead, but you must prove yourself. The overcrowded city is low on resources. Use the warmer year to build more shelter, secure coal, power the generator back. Work. Cross break to a shallow coal seam. Extraction. Stalwarts, Crosslanders, New Londons. Research Institute. Council Hall. I need. burning through our surplus, but population growth, we have shallow coal seams all throughout here. Tension is cold. Rate of running cold. No, both of those things seem likely. Larger extraction district. Alright, let's see what we got. These. Oop. Okay, so that lowered need, but we still. Let's do what we'll manage. Only got that. We're also gonna cross break. Disease? How now? Stop it. Straight the canyon. Work secured a new coal deposit. Part of the last vein in New London. Still some deposits left, but they won't last for long. We need to improve our mining to use it efficiently. So these communities are voicing different ideas about how to do it. Decide whose ideas are worth pursuing. Expanding districts. Expanded districts increase their scale both in terms of size and capabilities. Expanded districts are more efficient and provide additional building slots. Get a district to open its panel and click on the expand button. Okay. Now select new tiles around the district to start the expansion. No. There are not enough adjacent tiles to select the district not expand. Interesting. Okay. Buildings. You can construct buildings in districts if there is an empty building slot available inside them. Buildings have their demand and output, which are added to the already existing economy of a district. Buildings can improve base output of a district or reduce problems directly. Just squalor. Initially, you don't have any buildings available for construction. However, the Research Institute is a building is always available from the very beginning of the game. It provides you with access to the idea tree, a cumulative bonus to research speed. New ideas is essential to the invention of new technology and new buildings. Be mindful of who is conducting the research, as ideologies of specific groups will influence the result of their work. Come forth with a special variant of a building aligned with their views. Some buildings unlock abilities that can be used in the district where they are constructed. Hospital unlocks the preliminary triage ability. Adjust, select the tiles you want to reposition, and place new ones in the desired available space. Our district cannot be moved this way. Construction, food, and logistics districts require deposits for the area being used. Training districts. Right, ready. The generator. The generator uses fuel to produce heat. Huh? It shows how much heat you can provide to your districts. It automatically converts fuel to heat. It's then distributed. Multiple fuel types are available. You can set their usage priority through the prioritization setting. The generator panel, you'll find controls to raise or lower temperatures in all active districts. Indicate any remaining available heat supply. Generator overdrive. Let's not break the generator. As districts accommodate various social groups, the most populous among them are identified as key communities. The district, yeah. Let's see. This is what that symbol is, unless that's what that symbol is. I don't know. Districts where a faction or a community is marked as key hold special importance. The state of these districts directly impacts relations with their respective. Yes. Hover your mouse cursor over the community tab at the bottom of the screen to highlight all districts where the community is marked as a key community. District temperature affects relations with key communities. Cold or lower, relations decrease. Chilly is no effect on relations. Livable or higher is relations. When a community's key district is cold, their top priority in negotiations will be demanding heat for their homes. Turning off or demolishing a district will negatively affect your relations with any communities living there. Let's pack a few things, Susan. We'll come back to Source Town one day. Relations. When factions have certain relations with you as the leader of the city, the better they are, the more supportive the faction is towards your rule. Conversely, you can expect negative relations while imposing your decisions. Yep. Some of your relations with communities impacts overall trust in the city. You don't please everyone, but ensure you have more support. Otherwise, overall trust may drop to such a low level that you'll be deposed and engaged. Alright, so as long as my overall trust doesn't fall too far, we're okay. Relations with communities and factions depend on the directions of the city, the zeitgeist. How it aligns with their worldview, everything you research, construct, and vote on, decisions made during various events influence these relationships. Additionally, direct actions toward the community, such as the fund projects action, can improve these relations. Remember that keeping your promises is vital for earning trust. When your citizens fall sick or die, it worsens relations with every community, logically. Positive relations typically indicate greater support for your actions, which can manifest in various ways, such as rallies in your favor or a tendency to vote in favor of the laws from the rule category. Certain level relations unlock special actions that a community or faction perform at your request. Relations able to raise funds action. What? Okay. Negative relations also have consequences. Protests may occur. Large groups from communities that dislike you may join opposing factions, and signing any rule law will become more difficult. That makes sense. Feels a little real, but alright. Tension! At the very middle of the bottom of the screen. Okay. Excuse me. Careful, if tension reaches maximum limit, the city will fall into uncontrollable chaos. Feels too real. Level changes dynamically, so keep an eye on it. When it rises, tension reflects the overall situation of the city. Okay. Also research certain ideas that will lower the tension.
The steward appreciates all your adoring letters and will answer personally.
Okay. New Londoners. Frostlanders. And you have new coal mines.
Steward! Steward! Steward!
There's one way to live.
Hear us, Steward! Steward!
Attack. Cool. Stop.
Steward! Steward! Steward!
Progress with the glory of New London. Oop.
Steward! Steward!
An idea is communities of New London. A small crowd gathers outside the new research institute, arguing about how to exploit the last coal veins. Stalwarts and New Londoners want us to lean on machine-powered mining, but Frostlanders would have us pursue a more frugal solution. Never display such discord under the captain's rule. Choose who to entrust with developing their idea. Communities of New London have very different perspectives. You may not be able to please everyone. See the options. Need new ideas to move forward. However, different communities may propose diverging answers to the same issue. Only pursue solutions that align with their worldview. Choosing a community to develop an idea will improve your relations with that community. Coal mines. Dust coal mine. Mining operation where residue coal dust is sucked up and compressed into briquettes to make maximum use of the resources. Positive increases it. Negative, disease is slightly increased and it requires more materials. Or blasting coal mine. Using explosive drilling to rapidly exploit coal deposits, generating noxious fumes. Gives us a greater increase in the amount of coal. Squalor is increased. Is increased substantially, and it costs way more resources. Upkeep is far less.
Are you listening?
Generator wakes, child is born. People gather around the generator tower as it wakes with a thundering shudder and bestows heat on us yet again. It's the heart of the city, our last line of defense against the cold, our first hope for a future, any future. Steward, there's a couple who says their first child, a daughter, was born at the exact moment the generator sprang to life again. They called her Lily May. Yes, that you bless her. You give us hope back. Thanks to you, our child may yet have a future ahead of her. Or hopeful there is a future for them all, after all. Very well, Lily May. May your life be warm and winds spare your parents. I need more housing. That's not asking me to do. I need 2 more housing. At that point, I do have. Without, yeah, I significantly cut down the time. Guard squads. Pumpkin's range and neighborhood. Relations with them. Research may be reduced by building more research. Increase research speed, but as you build more, incremental gain thing new introduction. That makes sense? Accelerate research by using the rush researchers and district research institute. It's possible by setting adequate laws or buildings, such as. However, those means available from the start need research. But building the second one provided a substantial. Rush. What are you still blinking about? There is nothing there. You lie. Good day, sir. I said good day. Command. Stockpiles. Events. We're not outputting enough. Increase the temperature. Like the squalor increase? Was a substantial increase in squalor?
The stalwarts encourage all citizens to join in their daily roll call.
Marginally increased by stars. Unproven steward. Skill ramp. Get to the frozen forest. We can getting materials without worry. Goods stockpile. Goods from. Old wasteland. Blasting coal mine. Zeitgeist. New direction. Monitor the zeitgeist of your city in the bottom left corner of the screen. Zeitgeist means spirit of time. It's really spirit of the age, but it describes the direction of the city on 3 axes: technology, economy, and society. The laws you pass, buildings you build, and choices you make, they all make the zeitgeist. At the same time, your communities have a natural tendency to favor some solutions over others. Relations with them will change based on how their views are aligned with the current zeitgeist. The more you develop the city in the direction they support, the more positively it affects your relations. See what a community or faction supports. Select their image at the bottom of the screen or over the icons of their name. Launches your decision shape the zeitgeist. I go for descent. We're building that. It's already happened. I wonder. Advanced shaft. Large vertical shaft allow more teams to mine the coal. Advanced blasting. I see the benefit of it, but I dislike the significantly increased squalor. When this is probably sufficient. We'll wait until we get to the next thing. But also, it appears that we can actually do paths of research. It's just questionable whether or not you want to. Abe Byron, 55, drill sergeant, mining the generator. It's good to have you back, old chap. It was a terrible fright to have you switched off. You're more than just a heat source, I see now. Because you're a symbol of what we should be. Unbending, unyielding fortitude. And we all stand so bold against the frost. The generator is revered and respected by the stalwarts. I should have their... It's to settle differences. The new mine, the impending doom of depleting coal, is postponed. The differences between communities remain. The weakening captain wanted to establish a council to settle. Then, he didn't live to see it through. It falls to you, steward. People of New London want a say in how it's run. Precision, whether you should continue to lead the city. Nope, let's get a council. Build a council hall. I agree. Let's put it to a vote. we're still managing to stockpile 270 a day. I think we're where's the cold? Cold should no longer be of concern. Well, I guess due to the shelter scarcity. All problems in the city. As Captain's authority weakened, different groups started pulling the city in their own direction. New London grew overpopulated. Whiteouts ruined expansion attempts. Now coal is finally running out. Without heat and shelter, people start freezing to death. Well, the captain appointed you before passing, people anxious and not up to the task. Prove them wrong, steward. Cold has risen to a concerning level. People may die or suffer frostbite. Provide shelter and heat to fight it. First council session, 6 seconds. Anticipation fills the air as the council opens. The captain ruled with a farm hand for years, but those times died with him. Now the communities of the city want their say. Stalwarts maintained order on behalf of the captain and adhered to what they claim was his vision for New London: progress, merit, and reason. New Londoners and Frostlanders clash over our survival strategy, but neither has a firm stance on economic or social issues. Then there are those who view the Stalwarts with contempt for their role in New London's history. They keep to the shadows. For now. As you're handling with the coal crisis, the first decision is whether you should maintain your role as steward. Open the session. Oh. Actual scene. Return counts in the future, you'll be able to propose new laws to vote upon. Now, a special vote needs to happen. Communities in New London have to accept you as their leader. Careful, if you fail, this will be the end of it. 6-4, 13 against. 6-1. Should the steward remain in power? This vote fails, delegates will immediately remove you from office. Tolerate. Negotiate. Negotiate with delegates to try and influence the way they vote. Let's vote.
Hear ye, hear ye. The proposed law has been approved.
Not bad. Steward, you shall remain. Good. There are challenges ahead. Spinning coal extraction is a great success, but the vein will only last so long. Explore the Frostland for a permanent source of fuel, whereas the city will have no future at all. Oh, access to the Frostland. Access to Frostland, find an old way station at the edge of the city area. Access to the Frostland. The council. Laws grows laws, however, must be voted in by the majority to take effect. In some special cases, such as laws from the rule category, a 2/3 majority is required to pass them. Make sense? Communities and factions will fight or against their laws depending on their view. You can learn more about different communities and factions, icons, and the council. Methods to affect how delegates vote for a specific law in the council. You can utilize these methods proposing a law. When a law, the council enters a recess phase. The amount of time must pass before delegates can be gathered for another vote. Immediately triggers a new voting session, but with each use of this ability, trust increases further. Got it. Negotiations, well, they were short. All laws you propose will have widespread support. You can negotiate to have a better chance of vote passing. Choosing a group to negotiate with, you can decide what to promise them in exchange for voting along with your proposal. It includes actions such as enacting a law they desire, building or destroying a building, or using an action towards a particular party or faction. Making a promise in negotiations will make all hesitant delegates in the chosen community vote for the proposed law. Additionally, some delegates who are against the law will also switch sides. The same logic applies if you want to vote against the law. Factions are more monolithic, will not engage in negotiations about laws that are against their worldview. Makes sense. Access to the Frostland. So find the old way station. Okay, so it's out here. Like, I know where it's at. I saw it. Why does that provide shelter? Okay. Got it in a bit. Now, yeah, we made it. That. Did the council hit? Okay, but we need. Oh, there's another old way station. Okay, so I just happened to see this one first. The machines. Okay. Need to be researching something. 75 oil supply. We don't have any. We do not have any kind of oil. These coal mines working. I'd rather have the advanced shaft. I do think I prefer that idea. Heat stamps are stockpiled valuable resource that can be spent on frost breaking, printing instruction, and using actions. It collects heat stamps weekly. Every community provides its share depending on its size. The bigger the community, the more they contribute. This means as the population grows, heat stamps income also increases. Words are easy, guys. Against income can be increased by satisfying goods demand, modified by malls or buildings. Best donate stamps to communities, factions, like community or faction office. Makes sense. Okay, so they're funds. They are funds that we can raise. Like my kingdom for you to go away. Everyone's the bottom bar. In addition to the bottom bar of the HUD, you can inspect communities and factions there and use their actions. You can see tension represented by a ball in the trust bar located beneath it. For that, using all trust or tension, all the tension reach maximum will end the game. Where are you? It doesn't even show it on the thingamabob. To return to section selection or exit in a view, probably press B. The B button. It's ridiculous. That's amazing. Then my favorite, but doing.
Always be on the lookout for generator breakdowns. If you see something, say something.
Like this one it's affected by close proximity. I'm out of this. Stamps frost break? I do. Okay. Cool. We're gonna need to go that frozen forest. so much bigger now. Law available. Crosslands. Community service and expeditions. Okay. Their manifest. Jeez. They want food additives, contagion prevention. I agree with that. And childhood mandatory school. I don't mind that. Community service with city development efforts. Okay, so you both want community service. Your subsections are expedition support and city development. Yeah, Mike. The problem is progress to me seems like our way forward. Or laws. Goods, no common rules. Goods demand per cap but slightly decreased. Uh, guided voting. Rural laws require two-thirds majority to pass. Communities will vote based on their relations. In times of high tension, they'll be more inclined to support, giving you more power. Steward may declare a motion vitally important to the city's survival, curtailing debate and convincing many wavering delegates. These are not what I'm after. Ethics. Supported by the stalwarts. Ceremonial funerals are supported by nothing. But lose less trust that way. That seems like that one seems like a net positive. Like percentage of active workers is increased. We're almost there. We'll figure it out when we get there. Now survey the frozen lands around New London and find a source of fuel to ensure its future. Let's see. Low population, dwindling fuel reserves force many residents of New London to take refuge in these temporary shelters built around a small hotspot. Inhabitants wait for conditions to improve enough for them to return home. Islands is too far, but the Frozen Bay and the foothills. Prefabs cores across the Crossland teams have. Do we have? For years, the Imperial Exploration Company landed here to build region's generators. Previously dismantled piers still stick out of the ice, a reminder of their short-lived progress. Foothills seem the most logical place. Launch the expedition. Foothills expedition under Rufus Clifford. It's approaching the
Logistic District is now operational. First expeditions in search for fuel will be launching shortly.
Good, I'm glad they returned to work. Law proposed. Let us propose a law, shall we? It's interesting that free essentials is highly debated, but paid essentials are supported by the stalwarts and has more people for than has far more people for than against. Community service. Contagion prevention. Surplus heat. Okay, so stalwarts are really just capitalists, is what I'm getting out of this. Not doing a roll. I am for the mandatory school, though. I do like the research speed increase. Family apprenticeship would be helpful, but mandatory school seems more useful. Four. I need 51. Seems like it should be a safe boat.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Ooh,
The
it's
votes are in.
tight, though.
The measure passes. Attention, citizens. A new law is in effect.
built. Uh, What's the size of only? Oh, zoo. Take it in. Send back the New Londoners. One extra house.
Brace yourselves. Cold is coming.
We gotta find some food, and we've gotta find we have burned through our goods stockpile. What? Yeah, okay. Oh, that's for 6 weeks, so we just need, more. Wow, the crevasse made a huge difference. I wouldn't expect the crevasse to make that big a difference. Makes sense. Building upgrades. Also, build advanced buildings from scratch in empty spaces. Okay, so some buildings you can research an advanced version of them more efficient than the previous one. Picking advanced buildings, you don't need to demolish previous ones. Select the more advanced version. Shaft, coal mine, hover over the. Okay. We don't have any. Reason over tradition. Progress over tradition. This should be the 40 week. There we go. wouldn't say small number of free frames. We don't. Heat stamps video. Research. Housing installation. Insulate district ability and housing districts that only increases temperature by 1. That sounds exceedingly useful. Connect with fibers spread from raw slag and other industrial waste byproducts. Coarse mineral fill. Okay, everybody is on board with this. There's nobody is not okay with this. It's just a matter of who gets the credit for doing it. Wait. Resources. Food. Coal. Untreated sawmills. Slight increase in disease. Mechanized sawmill. Lowers the temperature. Grassland. Skyways. Got some logistics back. Oh no. Okay. Dense housing block or regular housing. I think we go with the regular housing block. There's no downside except for we just don't hold as many people. And I'm like, we're doing enough things that are going to increase our disease. All this is moot because right now we do not have the means to do so. We need more heat stamps. These people should be paying all sorts of heat stamps. They are the only people who are warm. Why are the new Londoners not in your favor of me? Exploration. Open, rugged, challenging. Dangerous. Expression of a territory always causes injuries or deaths associated with a specific threat level. Threat levels was duration loss reduced by research methods in the idea. Makes sense to me. Cores. We don't have any cores yet. Buildings, manufacturing technology, operable. What is really possible? You cannot produce any cores. Every time you use them, that's the end. Building upgrades. We read this already. No new info available. You just say that's true. That's for 4 more days. So you guys need to build fast.
The delegates have gathered and will consider the steward's agenda.
The stockpiles of food the captain gathered have run out. So many years of resources in the pit are growing barren. An output will satisfy some of the demand, but problems will mount over time. Let's reach for new deposits. The city and us suffer. I agree. You're 100% correct. Okay, we need. Okay, the total output is 50. Here, we need 215. Oh, and we are now met the amount of coal that stamps. Need 40 heat stamps. Oh, 2 more weeks. Huzzah. One more week and we'll have what we need. We'll have money and we'll control.
Our scouts have charted a new territory.
Let's see what you got, guys. Just in the secondary engine of a dreadnought, under its hull we found a core. Ir- ir- irreproducible component. I can read, guys. From before the frost, we can use to power our most advanced technology. Fissures in ice suggest the dreadnought traveled in the frozen bay a long time. Yep, nope. Give me them cores. Mining complex, created by children a long time ago. Over the years, they grew older and became citizens of New London. Dust miners were ordered home by the captain, but some coal remains in the shaft. The approach trail is in poor condition. We found a warehouse with prefabs the captain intended to use to improve it. Take them or leave them in place if you want to use the mine again. Leave them in place. Outpost here could increase our supply by 250 coal. That's not bad at all. Let's say you. bring all those Frostlanders. Trail or Skyway? Nope. Okay, where? Tell me about cities and skyways. Trails. Trails is a basic type of connection which allows us to send resources between different places in the Frostland are required to operate outposts. Trail, click the trail button. Start trail construction from a panel with an element that requires it. Okay. Trails are built in sections. While the construction of each trail has a fixed Frostland team's requirement, each section will increase the cost of building the trail. Build a trail between any point you want to connect and the city. You can use existing connections in the trail at any point of interest. Or another trail, since it still provides access to the city. To research and construct skyways instead of trails to transport more resources. Skyways see outpost efficiency and capacity of the resource transfer. Outposts. Outposts can be discovered. Also act as a source of resources. Get outpost. Running, you must first construct a connection to the city. Okay. Basic way of connecting outposts are trails available by default. Skyways, which increase efficiency. And the outposts will eventually run out of resources. However, they can be upgraded settlements after specific research as a permanent source of resources is resistant to any whiteouts. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay. Okay. I see now. We need to track our way. Because, hey, Vex, welcome to the courtroom. How are you? because that is what's preventing us from being able to connect there and go along the way. We 4 million materials. Got home from work early. Nice. We actually have needs more people. The mountains has food, maybe. The gorge has who knows what. The highlands might have cores and prefabs. The frozen bay may have frostland dwellers. Do I want frostland dwellers? Oh, that's all. You guys are devoted to me. That's super cool. It's a little weird. I wouldn't be devoted to me. I would be neutral. So you need to propose a law. To get a mandatory school. Nope, not roll. Community service. No common rules. Voluntary, unfocused community efforts do not yield any significant gain for the city. Service exemptions. Everyone must volunteer time outside of work as needed unless they purchase an exemption from the city. Ah, okay, so only the rich can afford to not do community service. Cool. Everyone must inspect the heat pipes in their places of residence, spotting and fixing minor heat leakages around the city. I mean, that seems super useful. And while people are divided on it, the benefit seems unmistakable. Central District produces a small amount of prefabs. I'm not concerned about that. I don't think it's worth it. But that is instant pass. Like that passes without any concern. must aid expeditions by helping them prepare. That would be useful. Heat pipe watch seems like the most sensible thing for all of us. Negotiate, shall we? Followers won't negotiate. It's against their rule. Why? Mostly hesitant and mostly. The chemical hothouse. Don't I don't like it. In order to conspiracy, you organize our production lines to increase goods. What happens? Mass produce. I mean, I guess that's fine. I like durable goods, but mass produced, we can make. For the law. Shall we?
The votes are in. The measure passes.
I'm like, and that to me seems like a net positive. Like, I'm gonna pass mass produced goods, which is fine. Again, the stalwarts are really just captains. You tell my thoughts on my journey in Expedition 33. It's fantastic. The game's great. We would be playing it tonight were it not for the fact that I'm like, I really wanted to play this. And it felt an appropriate time to play this. Industrial sized houses where organic waste ferments in large vats, fertilizing increases food output and disease. But it's good so far. I need to keep each other warm. Okay, we're not getting any materials right now.
Stewart.
What is it? Force? Oh, what is this? Sue Miller, 12. Doing her reading assignment. The rabbit took a watch out of its wa- waistcoat pocket. This rabbit is silly. I asked the teacher what a rabbit is. Reading's hard, but it's fun. Mabel says that it won't help her in the Frostland. She wants to be a scout one day. Well, good luck reading them maps, is what I told her. One day I'll write books myself. Plenty of princes, no snow. Oh, this mandatory school's doing something. They give me 37 weeks. All right, that actually give me a decent amount of time. But Expedition 33 has been really good. I don't know. Where I'm at feels like it's setting it up as the ending, and then it's like it can't be the ending. Like we have not gotten sufficiently far for it to feel like the ending. Population rise. Volume 2 of Demon Slayer. Oh. And so I'm like, I assume there's some post game that can be done, or I'm also curious if it's gonna be
Do
like
not be alarmed by any
bait
unusual
and switch.
noises coming from the generator. Routine maintenance work is underway.
So that wouldn't be a surprise either. Gosh, you're reading it there. Logistics. I assume I will be surprised. I don't know that I will be pleasant. I don't know if I believe that. Losing 60 stock. Okay. Oh, come on. You basically thought I was your like Just because I'm going with equality. Progress, merit.
Through order, victory.
Through order, victory.
Like, do the good relations perks just only if they're devoted? All right, well. Conditions are favorable. Yeah, we just gotta. Manga the other week called Dark Gathering. Only volume 1 so far, though. What's it about? Stuart, people are increasingly arguing over the curriculum taught in schools. I think we should reduce the theoretical knowledge and provide more survival training. Filling kids' heads with numbers and useless junk. Like an angry trapper. Gotta take them on field trips to hunt. Others argue for the exact opposite. We need to teach children how to think and come up with new solutions instead of perpetuating outdated practices. Research speed but provides food instead. Fancy. I like how I can either increase my relations and buff research speed, increase food and get rid of research speed, and increase relations with Crosslanders, or just make everybody upset. It's a marginal decrease. Jack of all trades, masters of none, but still better than being a master of one.
Recess has ended. The council sits again.
Should be fine. I will. My promise. Should vote. Mass votes.
The delegates have spoken.
Just
The law
overwhelming.
takes effect.
Overwhelmingly passed. Will I keep your word and look on your will more positively consider you a leader with integrity? And this should make you happier. Excellent. Now we should be able to connect trails. but we'll now have an influx. Launch the expedition there, and then we'll worry about the other delegations once we have all available. Output is 150. Not near enough. All right. Cool. We need pieces. Reduce scarcity. Oh, I think we just got a really strong figure. Murderer. That's fun. Beef families because it's another mission moment. We need materials. We need. Fuel. Need this advance. We need the advanced.
Do not waste time on repairs. A new model is safer than a repurposed one.
Through order, victory.
Okay,
Through
so
order, victory.
so they automatically do the good relations perk. I don't have to enable that or anything. Alright, New London's accomplishments. Their own. Oh, warm, happy. I need to assign new research tasks. JoJo Volume 1. JoJo's a weird one, man. I enjoy the anime, but it was weird. I need to go to bed. Okay. Make this decision and we'll call it. Infectious agents, the first crack. Steward, during a routine medical examination performed by stalwarts, a small group of Frostlanders refused to be assessed. Checkups are relics of a year's past. Golf could endanger the city. gone now. We've adapted, one said. No point continuing this invasion of privacy. So it's maintained that regular physicals help ensure the safety of our workers. It's vital we monitor our citizens' health. One foreman pushed back. We've had epidemics in the past. We must allow another one. So false language will oppose this decision. Yeah, well, they can suck it. So false language will support the decision. Sorry for Outlanders. One gets to be bashful. Excellent. Due to that, we have increased coal. Help. Right now. Just the heat stamps. Your phones be attractive responses, spin around. Used for materials and industrial distribution. Conveniently switch to an industrial district to start producing goods instead of precaps. Alright, we haven't been getting precaps. Population growth. No, I don't want more people. It means they need homes. It has revealed significant growth in our population in recent weeks. I meant attribute this rise to an influx of settlers from across land, others to births outnumbering deaths. So the cause, we adjust our calculations to the same needs. Click the new numbers. False. Oh no. Ooh. You know what? Cancel that order.
Recess has ended. The council.
Alright, people are weakening due to food shortages. Strict laws of Captain Stalwart's got us through the worst of the great storm, but after it's not enough now, soil in the hot houses is growing barren. It's going to reach what little fertile soil there is around the pit as people start starving to death. Yeah, I know, alright. I ask for you people and your problems. But we'll go and end there tonight, as I said we would. Autosave. You save. Save the game. Boom. And with that, that is going to do it for this evening. Thank you all so much for watching this. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm may do one more uh one more session of this tomorrow while this storm has still got snow piled high around me. And then we'll go back to our regularly scheduled Expedition 33. So be on the lookout for that. Again, thank you all so much for coming out tonight. As always, it is a pleasure. And until next time, this stream is adjourned. Good night, everybody.